Sirach 12 and 10 said, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. We know that Esau is the enemy of Jacob, all right, the so-called white man, all right, the enemy of the tribes. Not only he's the enemy of the world, but he's the adversary, all right, of the Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, or definitely the prophets, all right. Are we to trust a man who broke every single treaty with the Native Americans? Are we to trust a man who beat out your nationality and gave you a whitewashed version of the Lord? Are you to trust a man who has shown himself over and over to be against you economically, systematically, all right, socially, and yet he gives you crumbs from his table? Don't be defiled with those crumbs. Don't be defiled with his dainties. And I think Jacob been lulled to sleep about the ways of this goddamn devil, man. All right, you should never trust our enemy, man. Like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness, man. And he can paint it over, all right, with paint. He can put on different costumes and change clothes, but underneath, he's the same old slithery serpent that was in the garden, man. Okay? So though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, lest thou shalt be unto him as thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. You're gonna come speaking sweet words and acting like it's for your turn, trying to corrupt you with gifts, trying to corrupt you with money. All right, but those are just one of his ways. You should beware of the wiles of the devil, man. All right, this man is a trickster. He's a fraud. All right, he'll sit up here and act like he's doing you a favor, but the end result is to catch you in a snare, to lull you to sleep with his three-piece suits, his food lines, his EBT, his his government assistance programs. All right, but you gotta be watching him, man. He's a fucking snake, slithering around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour, man. Like when you go take a shower and the windows get fogged and stuff, right? You go wipe the mirror, you find out that motherfucker's still there, man. All right. And if you do it good, you do it unwillingly, man. There's always a ulterior motive with these damn devils, man. He says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, you stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest you seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember thy words, and be pricked therewith. Anytime you let him in, anytime Jake lets him in, he takes over. You want to include the damn devil in everything that you do. And before you know it, you're infiltrated and took over your business, took over your the things you have worked for. Jet Magazine, I think it's Jet Mag or Ebony Magazine, BET. When you started to in the music, all right, they sit and study Jake. And they come with the funding and and before you know it, they're in there corrupting the thing that you have made. You look at the patent office, all the stolen ideas and all the uh, stolen recipes and stolen inventions that were created by Jake, man. You know, you let him inside, he's gonna corrupt. To set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, stand up in thy place, man. He is waiting. He just waiting for his opportunity. A snake is patient. They'll hide. They'll hide in the corner. They'll camouflage themselves on the rocks or on the grass, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. All right, and that's what he does, man. All right. So who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast? You know, and there's never going to be good coming, sitting hand in hand, joining hand in hand with these damn devils, man, these damn Edomites, man. All right, because Esau is Edom, or the so-called Caucasoids, man. All right, from Mount Seir. All right, and it's going to be a matter of time. All right, before he shows who he is, man. It's like when you go out and you watch these damn safaris and these Edomites going out there and messing with these animals, you know, and they get bit, they get unalived. All right, nobody feels sorry for you, man. Nobody feels sorry, all right, for somebody who goes out, all right, and involves himself in things of a higher risk nature, man. All right. So who's gonna pity you when you've been warned, when you've been made known who your enemy is? You still partake about them. Oh, they're not all bad. Or my neighbor is this, or my boss is that. All right, given the opportunity. You know, just like yesterday at work, you know, an incident happened and they took up for each other. It was plainly evident, all right, that the guy was um on something. All right. But let that be Jake. So one that go up to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? You know? So if you connected with him, you're out there trying to be like him, follow him around. All right, don't get mad when he throw the drugs on you and blame it on you. Don't get mad when the cops come and he change the story. Don't get mad when the boss comes and starts yelling at a mistake that's being made that he throws it on you, man. All right. So for a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry, man. All right. You know, and you know, see, a friend is born for adversity. You know, these guys, they speak peaceful and they get together and they're finding ways to um, uh, knock you down, man. You know, and this is just a characteristic of a damn devil, man. All right. So the enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he would not be satisfied with blood, man. All right, and they're good at smiling in your face. Are you doing a good job? Or you know, oh yeah, we share and we we're all in this together. You know, we're all people, we're all humans, right? But at the end of the day, he's for himself, man. All right, just waiting for he's an opportunist. You know, when we came out of Egypt, going to the land, he attacked the women and children, man, like a coward. He couldn't beat Gad, so he bought automatic, bought Gatling guns. All right, he would raid the villages while the men were out hunting on trips, man. You see, you know, he's a good actor. He's the ultimate hypocrite, man. You'll sit there and say that we acknowledge what we did was wrong and we're so sorry and remove statues and or try to pacify Jake. But at the end of the day, all right, they're behind closed doors, they're secretly planning to overthrow you, man. Right? They try to make Jake the face of terrorism, try to make Jake the face of why America's in this situation, man. You know? If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet he shall undermine thee, man. You know, he's not gonna it's good to talk about the instruments of the wicked are cruel, you know? You know, you'll be in a pit trying to get out, and he'll hand you a rope with grease on it. Somebody, he try to help you, you know? You set up things in our neighborhoods. Cause where I'm at now, right, I don't see a bunch of liquor stores, man. All right? In our neighborhoods, you know, and this is an area where it's a high volume of illegal drug activity here, man. Mostly freaking Edomites, man. But yet there ain't no gas stations everywhere. They don't allow people to be hanging out on the corners in the stores. All right, the gas station like they do in Jake neighborhood, man. All right, so although they got these problems, the ocular the way it looks, it's quite different than what Jake neighborhoods look like, man. You know, when something goes on with Jake, they'll have somebody speaking out, right? But yet at the same time, they'll acquit a store clerk for shooting Jake in the back, man. You know? So he would shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. You know? And he does, man. All right? He does a lot of whispering, a lot of murmuring. They get together in little groups and talk shit. You know, because they're naturally fucking cowards, man. All right, so that's what I have. You know, never trust the enemy, man. You know, I probably might do a part 2. There is more, but I think it's a good place to stop. With that, I'm going to call Allah, you're outside. The one to see the puzzle, the elder good millstone, to never time, shalom, and a blah, blah, blah.